everyone, I'm making chocolate vegan cake today. So first you have to get 150 ml of dairy-free milk. It can be almond milk or soya milk. 150 ml. Then you have to add half tablespoon of lemon juice. Next, you put this, take a spoon, mix it.
What is this called, Kaavya? What are you doing? This process is called?
I'm going to leave it to the side and leave it to curdle.
Curdle. Okay.
So, just leave it to the side. And then, next what I'm going to do is get vegan butter.
Yep.
And I'm going to melt it. So I'll just do that.
Okay. One.
So before I melt the butter, I forgot to mention it's 75 grams of butter. So I'll just be weighing that on the weighing scale.
And how do you get vegan butter? Butter.
It's vegan pure butter, but you can also do a non-vegan version of this. Like you can use normal butter and normal milk. I'm just making it vegan.
Okay. How did you get inspired to make vegan things?
My cousins are vegan, and so I wanted to make a cake for them that's vegan, because most cakes have egg in them or like have butter, but there are always alternatives.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and melt butter. So I have my melted butter here. It should be liquid consistency. If there are a few bits in the butter, that's completely fine. It will match. It will blend in with the rest. So you just mix it until all the bits are gone. So the melted butter has no bits in it. Next, I will add the maple syrup. You need 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. If you want to make it less sweet, you can also add just one. 1.5 is not needed. Next, you just mix those together. So, once you mix them together, it should look something like this. Next, what you do is, this is optional, but I prefer adding it. So, you get some coffee. You take 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon of coffee.
What kind of coffee is it? Does it have to be instant coffee?
No, it can be any type of coffee.
Okay.
But preferably instant coffee, so it's easier. Good consistency. Just gonna go there.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to put some hot water into the coffee and just mix it with a spoon.
Is it okay in baking to mix spoons of one thing with the other and stuff?
It depends, because if I mix this spoon with this mixture, it would be different. But
yeah,
since the coffee is going here, it's fine.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to pour the coffee in and mix it well. As I said before, the coffee is not like needed, it's optional.
Is it like for flavor or something?
Yeah, and for consistency.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep that to the side.
What's happening with the milk?
The milk has started to thicken. I'm just gonna mix it again. The next ingredients I'm going to be using are the dry ingredients. So baking powder, cocoa powder, baking soda, and baking soda is used for the cake to rise, so it is needed. And flour.
Start.
So for the flour, I'm going to be needing 130 grams of flour.
What about the other ingredients?
So 130 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, bicarbonate soda, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and
Caster sugar? How
And
much of
caster
caster sugar
sugar.
should we put?
So as I said before, 130 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 80 grams of sugar. So I'm going to measure the flour. So I'm going to preheat the oven. You will need a loaf tin. I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees and to the fan setting. So this is a loaf tin that you might want to use, or you can use a cake tin. It's completely up to you. Back to measuring the dry ingredients. So you need 130 grams of flour, which I have almost measured out. It needs to be very precise because you don't want to get anything wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm putting half teaspoon of baking soda because 1 teaspoon is a bit too much. Now I'm going to sieve it to make sure that there are no lumps. So I finished doing that. I also have to put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. So I'm gonna go 2 tablespoons again looks like a bit too much, so I'm just going to add 1. And also sieve that because cocoa powder has the most lumps in it. You might think that cocoa powder is not vegan, but it is. just use your spoon or just your finger to sieve all of that. Next, I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together. Okay. Now I've got my 3 mixtures ready. The milk has again thickened, as you can see the different bits in it. So I'm going to pour the melted butter and maple syrup and coffee mixture in the dry mixture. So just mix them together and then pour the milk and lemon juice. It should have curdled by now.
Can you just pour it all in one go?
You can. Yeah, you can. You can do it anywhere. Now what I'm going to do is get an electric whisk. So I'm just going to give it a quick whisk before I actually... So you should whisk your cake batter until it's smooth. So it really depends on how your consistency is. That's how long you should whisk it for. So I think I'm gonna have to whisk it a little bit more. So I'm just gonna do that. If you're it's an electric item, so make sure you get some adult help if you haven't used it before. I have added the caster sugar because I forgot to put it with the dry ingredients. So now the mixture looks something like this. It's very smooth and it should be liquid consistency. So I have a loaf tin and I'm using baking paper. You can also use butter to grease the loaf tin. I'm now just going to pour the batter in. Once you put all of it in, you put it into the oven. I'm going to go and do that.
For how long does it go in the oven for?
It goes in the oven for 35 minutes, and even if it looks like it's done, make sure you leave it in the oven at 180 for 35 minutes. That way it will be properly done. Thank you. Final product for the vegan chocolate cake. I'm going to cut a piece and show you the softness.
You think a spoon might be helpful to take it out?
So it's really nice and moist inside and spongy.
Can we taste it? Go on then, taste it.